Goodbye Shibuya, hello Team Labs, and Tokyo Disney. We got up this morning, packed all our bags from our little room, and said goodbye to the hotel that we've been staying in for the past 3 days in downtown Shibuya. We checked out using the automated Kosik, and we dragged our bags to the train station. It was about an hour trip with a couple of crossings, but we did a pretty good job. We even got to see a couple of cool bugs on the side of the road. And we dropped our bags off at Tokyo Disney. Look at that face.
Tammy,
It's only 30 minutes from here.
are you excited?
Oh my goodness, I love it. It's like all is right with the world at Disney.
However, we weren't staying there for the rest of the day. We went ahead and got back on the train and went to Koto City, Tokyo. This was on the edge of the bay, and I got a lot of, let's just say, real One Punch Man vibes out of it, the way the cities and the apartment complexes were set up. It was a really beautiful place. It was almost like it was a green belt with a lot of the parks that were set up there. But we weren't there for the parks. We were there to go to another place that I had seen honest a couple months ago, and instantly said that that was a place where I wanted to go. And it was Team Lab. This was a unique artistic experience. This is just an example of their picnic table outside.
Okay, I'm about to go into the Team Lab experience, which they made us take our shoes off here. And it is supposed to be a full body experience. So we are going to be walking through a water room and a light room. And yeah, I'm pretty excited.
The next few minutes here are just videos and small little sections of the experiences that we had. I probably took a good 40 minutes of video in total, but every time I watched it, it just never did justice what we saw. So enjoy what you see, but if you ever have an opportunity, I really encourage you to check it out. This room was basically kind of a bouncy castle, but in the dark. This room is probably my favorite. It was a huge mirrored room with probably millions of LED lights on strings. And you could open up an app on your phone and actually interact to create different effects on the light systems in there. It was disorienting. You almost got yourself lost as you went through it. After that, we went into the water area. This place was kind of like a simulated koi pond. The water went up to your knees, and as you walked through it, there were these koi that would swim around you in different ways. The next room was interesting in concept. I don't think it really worked as well as the artists were intending, but it was a series of blow-up balls that had LED lights illuminating from the inside. It was beautiful, but they had to be tethered with a power source, and I never really got the idea of the connecting LED patterns that were supposed to be occurring. All the same, a really neat thing to go ahead and play around in. This room was disorienting to a large degree. You walked in and it was a projection onto a domed ceiling and walls. And just walking into it, you felt like the room was rotating around you. The easiest way to enjoy this was to basically walk into the room and then lay down on the floor and just look up. And as you did that, you could see different flowers floating past you. We spent a good amount of time. I think Trey said he fell asleep. This section here, I learned later, probably is better seen at night. Those glowing orb things actually glow from the inside and change colors depending, I think, on the wind patterns and the temperature patterns that are around. They also had different misters and kind of fog machines going in the background too. And the mirrors made it seem like it was much larger than it really was. This room was amazing. It was a bunch of orchids basically hung from a ceiling on a series of lines that went up and down. And they would send a group in and you could crawl in under the flowers, once again with all the mirrors around, and just lay there and kind of experience what it was to be in the place. Here they are shooing out the first group, and we're going to be going in soon. The fragrance these plants gave off was nice. Unfortunately, we could only stay there for a minute or two before they went ahead and they had to let the next group in. After our Team Labs experience, we went back to the train station in Koto, and it gave us an opportunity to walk around the streets a little bit, find some of the cute little parks that they had laid out there. A very peaceful place with bike paths all through it. And then
Where are we?
it was back to Tokyo Disney. Our hotel is amazing. Kind of a Victorian. If you think of a place that would be set up and Mary Poppins would stay, this is kind of the vibe that you get from the hotel. The person who helped us with our bags, Sukozuki, was incredibly helpful, telling us about the amenities at the hotel and how to work with the parks. I think Tammy ended up spending like half an hour talking with her at the room. Then after that, as the sun was setting and it started to get a little bit cooler because we'd had temperatures of over 90 degrees the entire day, we were able to go outside and enjoy a little bit of the cool air and see the beauty of this property.
Beautiful color up there.
We even had a little Alice in Wonderland garden that we could walk through. And then We had a convenience store dinner because everything else was closed. Next, we're going to be going to Disney Sea and then Tokyo Disney.